Alright, hi, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a video where I'm taking two cameras, one that I recently got and then one that I've had for a little bit. They're both instant film cameras, but I thought I would just take them around my neighborhood, kind of explore, take some photos, and just experiment with them. One is new, so I haven't actually used it before, and then the other one, like I said, I've had it for a little bit. But I do want to do like a comparison between the cameras, the quality of the pictures that they take. So after I go around, I'm going to be comparing format, color, and just, quality of the photos. So this is a disclaimer, I'm by no means a photography expert, and I barely know anything about film photography, especially like instant film. But I do enjoy photography, and especially instant film cameras, they're really fun. So I'm by no means an expert. I don't really know what I'm talking about, but I just thought I would go around my neighborhood and experiment a little bit. So the two cameras that I have, the one that I recently got is a vintage Polaroid 600 camera, and the other one is a Fujifilm Instax Mini 8. So those are the two cameras I'm using, and the film stock that I'm shooting on for the Polaroid is Polaroid Originals 600 color film, and then for the Fujifilm, it's just the Instax Mini film. So that's what I'm shooting on. Those are the cameras. Let's get right into the video. Alright, now that we got the cameras all loaded up, I got my bag with some extra film, and I got both the cameras. Now we're just gonna go walk around, try and take some good pictures. Here we go. Alright, I'm walking through all this thick grass because there's this really cool tunnel down here that I remember going to years ago. Oh, there it is. Check it out. It's like this gigundo tunnel that goes under the road. It's pretty cool down there. So I've just been kind of wandering around with these cameras, taking pictures of stuff. It's pretty fun, and it's really nice. So I'm kind of walking through my neighborhood, and then I'm like slowly making my way up to the gas station, because good news is they're finally selling Baja Blast at the gas station. Like, it's official, they have it. So I'm making my way up the street to where the gas station is, and along the way taking all these pictures. Finally made it. Alright, so now that it is after the fact, I thought I would go look back at some of the pictures that I took, kind of talk about them and how they turned out. But got a stack of them right here, and I showed the little clips of them earlier in the video, like when I was walking around. But I thought I'd go a little bit in depth into how they ended up turning out. So, the Polaroid originals, I was surprised that the color came out so like tinted. It came out really like, some of them look really purpley, and then some of them look like they just had like a sepia filter on them, like this one. But yeah, I was surprised to see that they didn't turn out the way I've seen other people's turn out with this film stock. And honestly, I think it is the camera, which is fine. The pictures still look really cool, and the detail is still there. The detail is way better than the Fujifilm, but the color, I'm not sure that the camera really affects the color, because I'm pretty sure it's all in the film, so I don't know. It was kind of weird, but I still do like how the photos turned out. I just wish there had been a bit more color in them. But yeah, so comparing them to the Fujifilm, if you side by side look at these, you can see that this one has a lot more color. The tennis court was green, and you can see that it came through on this. But over here, it looks really like purpley brown almost, which, I mean, it gives it like an old film vibe, which is cool, but it's not really the color I was going for. To be honest, this camera, I have no idea how old it is, when it was last used, anything like that. I didn't even know it worked until I put the film in it and tried taking a photo. So I'm glad it does work, but I'm just not sure if it's the camera or the film that made it turn out that color. So as for the Fujifilm, I've had this for a while. I think I got my camera, I got it for Christmas, so only a few months ago. But I do like the color that it produces, and I do like the format being so small. It's easy to give to people, it's easy to keep in your wallet or your pocket or whatever, and they do develop a lot faster. These ones develop in about half the time it takes for these ones to develop. But my only complaint with these is like the camera, sometimes it's hard to know what setting you want to put it on for the flash. So a lot of the times you'll get photos that are way too dark, like these, and you lose a lot of the detail of the image. This is supposed to be of like a rose bush, but I mean, you can see some of the color, but then in the shadows it all gets lost. And then this one of the tunnel, it was hard to kind of see what that was actually of. So the settings with the flash are kind of weird, and then sometimes it ends up looking a little bit overexposed like this, or some detail gets lost in brightness as well. Like, it's not in the shadows, it's in the highlights. So I don't know, I think more practice with this camera, I would get better at knowing what setting to use. Most of the time you can trust the setting that it recommends for you, but sometimes you have to fool around with it a little bit. So that was probably user error. But then, like I said about the Polaroids, I do love how these turn out. They have that film look that's impossible to replicate, and I don't know, they turned out, I think they turned out good. But yeah, so back to the Polaroids. As for the format of these, I don't think they can ever be beat. Fujifilm doesn't actually have instant film that is in the classic square format. They have wide, and they have these minis, but they don't actually have the square, which I think if they did, it would just be awesome, because this is the classic Polaroid look that everyone knows and loves. And I think the size difference, as you can see, it's about double the size of the minis, so you can really soak in all the detail of the image. You can see every little aspect of it, which is awesome. But then again, I do like the minis. Like I said earlier, you can give them to friends, you can put them in cards and stuff, and they're easy to do that with. But not all the photos lost all their color. I think this one actually turned out pretty nice. It has some blue left in the sky, and the sun coming through the leaves there. I don't know, I like this one a lot. I think it turned out pretty nice. But yeah, I had a lot of fun walking around. It was nice to get outside. I've been really busy lately. working, and I've been inside a lot, so it was nice to enjoy the weather and go out and take some photos. I am glad that this thing works. The film, by the way, if you're looking to get some, is very expensive for the Polaroids, and it only comes in packs of 8, so you don't actually get the original, the way it was originally, where you'd get 10 photos per cartridge of film. It only comes with 8, which is kind of a letdown, and it is like $19 for one pack, which is like so much, but I don't know. I think it's worth it because I do love film photography, and I don't know, I love having the physical copy of the photo that you can hold, give to people, and it's called instant film for a reason. You get the photo in like 10 minutes after it develops. But yeah, so that's all my thoughts on the pictures that I took and on the cameras, but I am going to be using these a lot more, so if I do get better at the settings on this, and I do, maybe I'll get some black and white film for this camera, it might turn out better, then I might make another video with these cameras. We'll see, not sure yet. But if you enjoyed this video, please like it, comment, subscribe, all that, whatever, and I'll be back on Monday with another video. Bye.